Hi there, I am Aaron, and welcome to the Call to Cinema. Tonight we've got a lot of stuff to talk about. Hey there, Ryan. Disconnected, how's it going? We have some big announcements today. There were some really cool ones that came out, some from Kino, some from Eureka, a little look at Severin, and oh, it's Thursday already, man. I just finished doing the garbage. Enjoy your show. I'll check it out afterwards, actually. Hey there, William. Hey, Strange Land. Hey, Coach. Hey there, Antoine. Because there is so much we got to look into tonight, and so much I'm excited about. For those that caught my short, like 20-second video, you know what's coming up on the channel. I've actually reached out to a couple people. Hey there, Ken. I'm going to be reaching out to some other people, including a couple who were just mentioned. And I may actually reach out to a couple of my patrons as well if they're interested in doing it. Hey there, George. Because what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be doing a few short, like 10 to 15 minute long videos, talking to some people, some content creators, some YouTubers, some podcasters, and maybe even some of my Crimson Cult to ask them the simple question, what's your favorite scary movie? And we'll get into that a bit more a little bit later on in the video, but we're going to look at stuff. I guess, George, you're excited about the Eureka announcement, right? Because Eureka made a big announcement today, something I'm excited about. I love classic cinema. Too bad Vanessa's not here tonight because I'm sure she would be digging into this super big the same way that I am right now. Anywho, we're going to start into announcements in a second. I will have to give a shout out to Cyril at Midnight. Heath, if you don't watch his channel, please make sure you subscribe to it because some of these announcements that I got coming directly from Heath, who's got the hookup when it comes to knowing Kino stuff. So make sure you check out his stuff. He's got great stuff, and I am hoping to get him when it comes to the what's your favorite scary movie. I'm gonna be looking into talking to Brian Sauer of Just the Disc. I'm going to be looking at talking to James from Metal Tavern, and hopefully many more. So we'll get a few of those. They'll be coming out, and it'll be nice and short and concise, and hopefully you'll like it. Anyhow, is there any announcement that your guys are excited about that you know about right now? Obviously, Halloween Town. Oh, nice. There's going to be people that are going to be excited about the Severin announcement. So my only concern with the Severin announcement, I'm sure you guys have seen, I'll show it to you guys in a second, is we're getting like 2 4Ks in a bundle with a book that is being put in English for the very first time. I actually have to look at the picture for that just to make sure it's something I can actually show on my channel. Because you got to be careful nowadays, guys. YouTube algorithm can get you. Yeah, it's pretty safe. Good. So I am just going to open up the image because we don't need to have my Facebook open up for this. So come on, there we go. So are you guys ready? Faceless is much better than that, Ken. Game Survival, yeah, Blu-ray on May 1st from Culture Shock releasing. Thank you, Jay. I actually forgot about that one. Faceless, as he has a great cast. Is there a Tenebrae 4K, or are you just like guessing? Because so far I don't know. So if there's been Tenebrae 4K now, I do not know about that yet. But we can look into it after. But real quick, let's look at, before I get my tea anyway, because I was doing that as always before I started this video. Let's look at the Bridget Leahy price list here. So this looks like they're at Texas Frightmare I think it's this weekend. And it looks like the coffee table book is there in English for the first time for $55. There you have the Faceless and the Female Executioner there. Faceless gets a UHD Blu-ray combo pack, and Female Executioner gets a Blu-ray. There's 8x10 stills. Of course, they're not going to have those at the during the halfway sale. At least I don't think so. And I am trying to lose this one. And there's a bundle of all the above signed for 120. So hopefully, was there Arrow announcements that I didn't see, Jay? Why do they do it? See, I'm cool when I'm going to be bluntly honest. I'm cool when like Arrow or Kino or Severin or Vinegar Syndrome actually reach out to people to to make announcements, with them, to that type of thing. But I'm super iffy on the leaks. I don't like that. See, how do you guys feel? Like, it's not just me here. So how do you guys feel about things being leaked? Does it bother you? Do you not care? Do you not mind? Personally, it bothers me. And I know that I've heard anyway from behind the scenes that like basically the company, the person that's leaking this out, is not exactly on the great list when it comes to the companies. They're not actually happy with them. I think it does the opposite. Like there's been times, Jay, when because I've found out things ahead of time. There's times when I found out like things months ahead of time before things have come out, and I never like talk about it or announce it until I'm allowed to, or basically until I know that it's something that I can talk about. There were a couple of releases that I knew were coming, and I just keep my mouth shut because I leave it up to the company to do that. That's up to them to do. And I don't think so. Like, I don't agree with that. The fact that he makes some money too, free promotion. Uh, Honestly, Ragman, would you not have looked at Arrow's announcement tomorrow? Is that going to get any Arrow any more like sales than they would have had before? Because the people that are looking at this, that are liking this stuff, are people that want this stuff anyway. They're going to be excited about those anyway. So I don't think it helps. Exactly, he hurts them if you don't sit before it's up for pre-order. And it gets into the, and I'll touch on this really quickly. It also hurts because you think scalpers too, because they're going to be on the alert. Stepfather 3 ever coming to physical media? Well, we got Retribution, Alan, from the same director from Severin last year, so hopefully it'll be coming to physical media in the near future. I do kind of dig that. It's not a good movie, but I do kind of like it for what it is. Thanks, Anthony. But yeah, it definitely hurts. So I won't go into like I'm not going to talk anything on the stuff that was leaked tonight because there's a reason. Like I can't follow that website anymore, because if I see something and it's announced, then I want to know, like, I've heard it from like a source, like either if I hear from Kino or I hear it from like from Severin or Vinegar Syndrome or company like that, or if say for instance like Serial at Midnight, I know that he doesn't announce things, or Ryan from Disconnected, they don't announce things before like that they're officially allowed to announce them. Like, it's one of the things, one of the reasons that companies will go and say, okay, you know what, I will work with you. So we'll get into those later. But it looks like right now, one thing that has been announced, and we do know for sure, is that we have these two movies coming, and this book here also coming. Now, the thing we don't know is this going to be another U.S. exclusive? is Severin making this another US exclusive? It does, like, and it does piss some of them off. I've spoken to people, and I've heard secondhand as well, Craig, and for that that it does bother them, and because they put a lot of work into getting these releases done, and they have like certain ways that they want to get them out. You do want Faceless and Female Executioner. You have great taste, Jay, but I didn't never doubted that. You've always had great taste. Um, I'm hoping this is not just a US exclusive because it's so tempting. This Bridget Leahy book I would love to have. A huge fan of the actress. Love Faceless. Faceless is one of the, like, if you don't watch a lot of Jess Franco movies and you've seen some of the more crazier, like Lena Romay, like it's a super close-up type of movie. You know exactly what I'm talking about. You may be like kind of like, I'm not quite sure. But Faceless is a bit different. Like Faceless has a cast, like her real cast. You know, you got Telly Savalas in this movie. You got Callum Monroe. Hey there, Josephine. Welcome. The book looks amazing. It's the very first time that this book has come in. And like this book was written in French. So it's the very first time it's been done over into English. And you gotta love that. You watch Put On. I love that film. That's one of my Josephine. That's one of my Better Half's favorite films. So Put On is Donkey Skin, but because when I saw it, like that's my Better Half speaks French. She knows it under the name Put On. I can never get it that out of my name. I'm expecting a good bundle, a couple good bundles. Normally, what we see with Severin, and correct me if I'm wrong, is we usually get around like 7 titles, like 5 to 7 titles. Usually runs like 7 titles um, for their releases, and they'll usually have 2 to 3 bundles. We should expect an Intervision title coming up. Like they usually do an Intervision. They had the Gunman one last time around, and I grabbed that one because I love Australian films. That's one of the reasons I'm so excited when I get stuff from Umbrella. I haven't heard from them this month though, actually. No, there is a brand new Ultraman Mebius coming out from Mill Creek, and I will be reviewing that. That's going to be amazing. But this year, I'm excited about these two. Just give me 1 second, guys. My throat is going a bit. I need to get a drink. While I'm doing that, though, one thing you can do, aside from talking amongst yourself and enjoying these pictures of Bridget Leahy, is be sure to like, share, subscribe. If you want to hit the donate button or the super chat, feel free to do so. If not, hitting the thumbs up really helps a lot because that means that you'll get notified when I do another video. And I do a lot of videos recently. Coming up soon, by the way, for the month of May, we have the halfway bundle month, where basically we're going to be looking at on here and on the Patreon channel a lot of Vinegar Syndrome and Severin releases to talk about. I can't believe that hasn't been just put out as a regular deluxe release. Well, Vince, you kind of got your wish already right here with Faceless. So, because as far as I know, that has not been put out as a regular deluxe 4K release. So that's kind of a big one there. Severin is good with that. Like Perito Durango came out, Santo Sangre came out. They put out some really great 4K releases. I'll be right back. I apologize, but I want to make sure that we get it. That I can talk for a little bit so we can actually have a conversation and look at these other releases because there's a lot of cool stuff here to look at tonight. And Eureka has some nice announcements as well. A box set too that I'm actually very excited about. And a re-release of a Kino box set that was out of print. So I'm excited about that. Hello, Mr. Ebert. Well, I am actually a big fan of Far Country, to be honest with you. Heard the new era 4K RoboCop is not much of an upgrade over the Blu-ray. Sad to hear that, but also for money wise, Sean, it's actually kind of nice to hear that for me right now because I got the RoboCop like special edition Blu-ray as a gift, and it's stunning. Like it's fantastic. I really don't need to go grab the other one like anytime in the near future. So let's look at the Eureka announcement next, and we'll go through some other stuff. Obviously, we want to talk about that Johnny Depp Amber Heard thing. No, we're not. We're not going to talk about that. Isn't that on? Isn't that like just getting covered too much? Oh my God. All right. So we got some announcements here from Eureka. Two big ones coming out. Were announced today. We got Running Out of Time 1 and 2 was announced today, and Universal Terror, Karloff in Night Key, The Climax, and The Black Castle. That's three, and it's a gorgeous looking set too. Like, just look how beautiful that looks. That looks like a pulp novel. Hey there, Dustin. Welcome, man. So this is £24 99 or 21st, I guess 25, almost $25 sterling, whatever. So we got here Night Key, directed by Lloyd Corrigan, 1937. The Climax, directed by George Wagner, 1944. And The Black Castle, directed by Nathan H. Uron, 1952. Feature-wise, looks like the slipcase is limited to 2,000 copies. 1080p presentation on all three films across two Blu-ray discs. Night Key and The Black Castle presented from 2K scans of fine-grain film elements, which I actually love. The Climax presented from a 2K scan of the inner positive, which if you can't get the original, the OCN, grab the inner positive. We have optional English subtitles. We have brand new audio commentary tracks on the Night Key and the Climax with Kevin Lyons and Jonathan Rigby, and a brand new first day new tongue audio commentary track on the Black Castle with Stephen Jones and author critic Kim Newman. We got Stills Gallery trailers, and of course, one of the amazingly beautiful, really great to read limited edition collector's booklets featuring new writing by Karloff expert Stephen Jacobs, and that is, of course, limited to the first 2,000 copies. I got these movies. Not the only issue is I think I got all these movies on DVD. But do I need to upgrade these? I kind of want to. Watch. Oh, there we go. Dustin watched Phenomenon and RoboCop in 4K today, and they both look incredible. So there you go, Sean. I guess that answers your question. I am stunned by the artwork. It's very much like reminds you of those old Dale pulp novels. Love this. But let's look at Running Out of Time. Before you guys leave me, and I am running out of time. And starring Anthony Lyle, we got like a double feature here, £24 again. What about his doctor that he only has 2 weeks to live? Chung Wei and Andy Lau decides to take on the entire police force after crossing paths with Inspector Ho Sung Sang. I really butcher names here. A cool analytical police negotiator. Law challenges the inspector to figure out his plan to catch him in the next 72 hours. Ran Ching Wan reprises his role as Inspector Ho, this time chasing an elusive thief with a taste for the theatrical. Sounds fantastic, actually. Actually, this I want. Like, I'll eventually get the Boris Karloff one, I think, but this I kind of really want. Feature-wise on this one, we got the limited edition slipcase. Again, it's 2,000 copies. We have a 1080p presentation of both films, scanned and restored in 2K across 2 Blu-ray discs, Cantonese and English audio options, optional English subtitles newly revised for this release, brand new audio commentary tracks on both films by Asian film expert Frank Jing, audio commentary on Running Out of Time by writers Laurent and Julian Carbon, moderated by Hong Kong film expert Stefan Hammond. Director's overview of Carbon and Couture featurette, Making of Running Out of Time 2 featurette, archival interview with the director, archival interview with Lao Ching Wan, and archival interview with Raymond Wan. I've seen Shaolin Temple. I've seen Shaolin Temple. Martial and Hong Kong Stories, 51-minute long, extensive documentary, including a collector's booklet featuring new writings on both of these films, and this is a good one. Phenomenon is the when it's the Argento film that has Jennifer Connelly in it, along with good old Dr. Loomis himself. It's a really good film and an underrated one. Now we're going to dive into Twitter, into the Twitterverse, and into our good friend Heath from Serial Midnight, who made an announcement tonight that I was super stoked about. So we're going to go right into these right here. These come directly from Serial Midnight, so all credit to him. And as you can see right here, we have a 4K of Out of Sight with George Clooney and Jennifer Lopez coming out. More exciting for me, there's a 4K of a Stanley Kubrick film, and that's Killer's Kiss. Super stoked about that as well. That's a really good release. We get a brand new Volume 7 in the Film Noir collection, The Dark Side of Cinema. We got The Fearmongers, Chicago Confidential, and The Boss. My Shawscope set. Oh, actually, good question. Let's find out. In that ongoing segment, what's the status of your Shawscope set? I didn't sing because I don't have a voice for it. It says by May 3rd. So hopefully it comes earlier. Normally they do. It is now, last time it is in New Brunswick. Hey there, PlayStation. Welcome, man. So it was in New Brunswick the last time it was scanned. So I will be doing a unboxing of the Shawscope set. And if I can do it, if I'm going to try, guys, if we watch some of them, I'm going to get my better half to help me review these things, and maybe my cousin too. So you'll see that. Hopefully, if you've been on my Patreon, you got to see my first review for Shudder films. I'm doing some Shudder films. I have no Shudder sponsorship, but I have a subscription to Shudder now. So last night I watched Superhost. Spoiler alert, I freaking love that film. And the director actually liked my tweet, so I was super stoked about that. What's really cool here is Film Noir, The Dark Side of Cinema. This is the one that I got. This was the first one that came out in the Blu-ray ones. They had like some Film Noir like DVD set before. I got that one as well. But this one here was out of print for quite a bit, actually. You got Witness Murder, He Ran All the Way, Storm Fear, Bullet for Joey, and Big House USA. Great releases, just incredible releases. I definitely recommend this set. Like you see these Film Noir sets now, like a lot of their sets, they have 3 films in them, but then they packed in 5 movies. You gotta love that. That that's feature wise on here. I think it's pretty like not much feature wise, but 5 movies. 5 movies is feature, man. We got Savage Sisters here with Gloria Hendry again, and the great Sid Haig, John Ashley, who did an amazing amount of these Filipino films. We have Stunt Rock, which I got the Umbrella release of that one. And I definitely recommend the Umbrella release of Stunt Rock. But very, very cool. Like here, we get The Mysterious Dr. Fu Manchu and The Return of Dr. Fu Manchu with Warner Oland, probably most famous for playing Mr. Moto, playing a another problematic character. We got Neil Hamilton in this as well. I do have the Mad Mission movies, actually. Not the box set, but I got them all separately. We have Neil Hamilton, and Neil Hamilton, if I'm correct, nice. I recommend Superhost. I really do. It was a really fun ride of a film, and I super enjoyed it. Super enjoyed it. There you go. And so for those that don't know, on my Patreon channel, what I do is I'll be doing for now for a lot of these like newer videos that you're that you'll see, like pre-taped videos, is that if you're a Patreon member and you're on there, you can actually go in and see the videos ad free, and then the week after, a lot of the pre-tape stuff will drop onto the regular channel with with the ads put in. But I'll be doing Shutter and other channel like horror movie reviews, because I want to do, along with the physical stuff I'm getting with the times, and I'm going to be doing some streaming and some streaming exclusive movie reviews as well. I wanted to start off with Superhost. Why did I want to start with Superhost? One, it was a movie that I've seen the trailer of, I was super interested in, and two, it actually stars a girl from Gander, Newfoundland. So for the province that I am from, for those that cannot tell from my accent. We have Love Slaves of the Amazons here by Kurt Sudermack. We have The Horse Soldiers with John Wayne and William Holden. We got Last of the Dogman with Tom Berenger and the beautiful Barbara Hershey. UFO Incident with James Earl Jones and Estelle Parsons. I do not remember that one. And we have what I can only assume is a co-joint release with Scorpion Releasing, because I'm pretty sure they did this one, and because I know I got it actually, and that is the Dario Argento's The Phantom of the Opera. It's not the best Argento film, but hey there, I'm welcome, man. But I will say right now, it's not the worst either. That, my friends, that is still Dracula 3D. But even though that's not a great film, it's so fun to watch. But Phantom of the Opera is a very different take on Phantom of the Opera. It has Asia Argento and Julian Sands, and it is a very different take on the Phantom of the Opera. Now, Kino is having pretty sure they're having a sale right now, which we will look into in a moment. They're always having a sale. Aren't Kino always having a sale? Like, don't you feel like there's always a Kino sale going on? Like, you can, like, the wind will change and a new Kino sale will come up or get extended. I know a lot of companies like that. Like, they're always like, and it's fantastic, right? Like you're playing me. Hopefully you've been it's in Arcadia. Hopefully you haven't been scarred too much by me getting you into Argento, because he has some really, really great stuff. Look at that. The Apartment with Jack Lemmon is now in 4K. How can you not love that, right? The Apartment's such a good movie. Prove the Canadians are kinder. Excellent. What's been your favorite so far, Strangeland? For those who don't know, or those that come here recently, I'm the Argento guy, the Giallo guy, the film noir guy. I'm a lot of the guys, but I love Argento. I grew up like watching Argento. I saw a lot of it in the theater after it was out, actually, because my theater like showed a lot of Argento stuff. Look at this. I saw something here. Well, supplies left. Over 250 movies as low as $4.99. Now, my good friend Kubrick, who's not on here tonight, he's probably over on another stream, betraying me. So he let me know about a coupon, a Kino coupon. He did a survey, and once you did the survey, you get like a $4 coupon from Kino. And the month never ends, but the money does. That is so true. Deep Red and Birth Crystal Plumage are your favorite so far. Have you seen Tenebrae yet, Strangeland? Kino Silence of the Lambs, is that a good release? I haven't had the 4K of that one. I can understand that. Josephine, you have a wonderful night there, and hopefully your work goes really quick and fast, and you have a great weekend. You are welcome anytime. Tenebrae is always one that stuck with me, strange. And I think part of it is because I just love that soundtrack. I used to work at a bank, and at that point, I was in like when I started, I was in processing. So basically, you're counting money all day, and you're going through different counts and all that type of stuff. So I'd have like back in the day, had my iPod, and I listened to like a lot of audiobooks and stuff. I used to love listening to for some strange reason, I'm weird, guys. I'm a weirdo. The Tenebrae soundtrack used to just get me in my groove. I used to get really relaxed, like listening to it. So I'd be like working, and I have like been putting the money into the counting machine, and putting in the the amounts and stuff like that. And I've listened to the the whole da 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 the tenor bass soundtrack. Anyway, I can't do it. So we do have some sale prices here. I will go through this here, and I will give you some recommendations. This is kind of off the cuff. I didn't expect to be doing that, but I thought this was going to be a shorter video, but a sale popped up, so we're going to look into it. Anytime that there's any sales that are coming up you guys are interested in, especially if it's boutique labels, please let me know. I will do my best to try and get in and talk about them while I can. Like on the Arrow sale, I came in kind of at the end of the Arrow sale to talk about it, but I did manage to get the Arrow sale video done, as well as doing a Giallo set yellow versus red. I'm actually very proud of that one. If you haven't seen that video, please check it out. All right, so right here, as always, I'm just going to pick one or two from each row to kind of like focus on as ones that either interesting titles or ones that I think you should have in your collection, and I'll tell you why. So first off is going to be Adios Sabata. If you like spaghetti westerns, it's Yul Brynner, man, and it's Sabata. So you got some great stuff right there, right at the gate. That's my first pick, first row. Second row, what am I going to go with here? There's some decent ones here. Do I go with this? Bad Company is a pretty good film. I'm going to go weird this time, and I'm going to. I'm going to pick Big Business. I actually like this film. It's a Jim Abrams film with Bette Midler and Lily Tomlin. And I grew up in the era of the Bette Midler, Lily Tomlin films. So we're going to choose that one. Don't worry, we're not going to get you're not going to get normal stuff from me for very long. We're going to get some weird stuff in there. Boys, actually, I was in love with Winona Ryder, like everybody my age was back in the day. The Ballad of Billy Two Hats is actually not bad either with Gregory Peck. That's a good film. Love anything with Bill Divorcement. It's George Cukor. We got John Barrowman here. Barrymore, and Blue Racer. So there's some cool stuff on that line. Lights in the Band, great one. But I'm gonna do it, guys. I'm gonna do it. I'm going with Captain Apache. I gotta go with Captain Apache. I just love that stuff. So I love me some spaghetti westerns. I really do. I should talk about them more on the channel, but I don't. Now here is an easy one for me because I am a huge fan of the movie Consenting Adults. I know that there's an actor in that's problematic for a lot of people, and I understand totally if it's not one that you want to get because you know who is in it. It's a bit creepy now, but I love Kevin Kline, and that movie it stuck with me after I'd seen it. And I saw it at a time when it really, really got me. But if this one bothers you, I'm going to give you a backup one. I'm going to say Cover Up with William Bendix and Dennis O'Keefe. Definitely a decent one to check out right there. You got The Crimson Cult right here. The Crimson Cult. There you go. Oh my God. I have never picked up on that. So for those that don't know, my Patreon guys are called The Crimson Cult. And I totally forgot about this movie. This is actually kind of cool movie, though. We got Boris Karloff, Christopher Lee, and although they don't say it there, I'm pretty sure that's Barbara Steele in this movie. So, again, another fantastic little film that I can definitely recommend for you. And, guys, jump in at any time and make recommendations on movies that you got yourself because people that are looking at the sale, that are buying the stuff right now, they just don't want my recommendations. They want your recommendations. Eye for an Eye. I saw this in theater, so I got to go with that one. Dogs is cool, but I got to go with Eye for an Eye. I got to go with some Chuck Norris, guys. Got to get some Chuck Norris in there. You might be a bit crazy in real life, but that's okay. Right, Joel McCrea, Fort Massacre. I'm a huge Joel McCrea fan. I really like Funny Farm too, though. Ron Clark's Canadian film. Thank you, Evan. The girl most likely to was Stockard Channing, a young Stockard Channing. Did anybody else I got to ask this question. And please answer if you've seen Grease. Did anybody else kind of prefer Rizzo over Sandy? Or was that just me? Because for me, I was a Rizzo guy. I was head over heels with Stockard Channing. Yeah, and she had the most amazing voice. Here in the Terror is a really cool one. The short-lived series Haunted is on here as well. Just Entertainment Hell just said Rizzo's a much better character. So there you go, Elvin. Which is true. She is a much better character, even if you're not as attracted to the beauty that is Rizzo as I am. And I would not make her split halves. Just saying. I would be a gentleman. I would not be like Nikki. Or maybe be a little bit like we got Hot Touch here by Roger Vadim. Hidden Agenda, Ken Loach, not for everybody, a bit of a dry film, but I liked it. House of a Thousand Dolls, of course, with the fantastic Vincent Price. There are Worst Things I Could Do is an amazing song. And look at the price of some of these. Like here, How Do I Love the Michael Gordon? We got it running at $4.99, which is pretty freaking incredible. Like I, Jane Doe, again, it's $4.99. Some of these here are amazing prices. Even the bigger ones, well, $9.99 is the most expensive one I've seen so far. Entertainment. I got that song stuck in my head right now. I'm gonna have to listen to it after this video. I'm not even joking. Has a good commentary. I did not know that actually. So that is definitely one to pick up. Commentaries are so key. People I think nowadays with all the talking head documentaries and all this type of stuff, I can understand that, Ragman. I prefer Indicator just because I'm such a snob, but actually they're both good. I've had better experiences with Indicator over Kino. Has been the one thing with me. But I would love to. I would love to work with Kino, but instead I get them free publicity because I'm Canadian and I'm that nice. Is he really that short, William? I don't think he's that short. I know he's shorter, but he's not that short. Maybe you're just taller and he seems like that short to you. George is the Indicator guy. He seriously is. His Indicator collection is something to behold. It is amazing. George is an Indicator 88 Films guy. Anything with Koch here. It's got Jack Lemmon and Watermouth also. I'm down. It's directed by Jack Lemmon actually. We got Last Dance here with Sharon Stone. Yeah, Sharon Stone. Last Valley, I remember. Any comment with Dave Duvall and Dave? Oh yes, 100%. Dave Duvall is amazing with commentaries actually. Made for Each Other, really like this. I got this in Carol Lombard's set actually. Great film. Masterminds are mostly. Let's see if anything sticks out for me. Class Reunion, not a great movie, but at $5.99, I would definitely recommend it. It's super cheesy and it's kind of like a play on a lot of the not just slasher but some horror kind of tropes in general. It's one of those National Lampoons throw everything at the wall and see what sticks type of thing. So if you enjoy things like Wacko and movies, far superior movies like Suit and Bodies, then you'll get a kick out of Class Reunion. There's definitely enough there to watch it, and it's definitely it's for me. It's ahead of Tales of Wacko. And Phobia, I really like this film by John Huston. This is a Canadian-U.S. joint actually, and it stars Paul Michael Glazer from Starsky and Hutch. I lost for a second there. Definitely a recommendation there. Student Bodies is 110% the best of all those films. Santa Arcadia, 110%. It is a great release, so underrated. And I need that one. I need that in my collection. I don't have it. I think 88 Films had it at one point. Dude, you are tall, man. You would like, I'm like 5'8.5". You would like tower over me. Notice that I'm shorter, so I got to say the half part. I think shorter people do that, right? Like, okay, I got to get in that half part there. Got to get in that half. I'm not that tall. Better make sure I get that half in. So we got Premature Burial here as well. Portrait of Jeannie. I really like this film. I'm a really big Jennifer Jones fan too. Joseph Cotton. Gotta love Joseph Cotton. The Psychopath. Very cool film. Vince, you got great taste, man. This is actually a film, and you can correct me if I'm wrong here, Vince, but I'm pretty sure this is by the guys at Amicus, right? Because is this the one with the dolls? Well, I was talking specifically in a way about like the slasherish ones, but I still got to go. I like Monster in the Closet, but I still got to go with Student Bodies. I just love that one. Yeah, this is the one, right? I think Robert Bloch did this one. Like wrote it. You have great taste, man. Portrait of Jenny is such a good film. With like the dolls with the raincoat. I'm pretty sure that's it. So here is the Ring of Brightwater. It's done by the people that did Born Free. See, I remember some of this album. See, my memory's not totally gone. I got this on DVD. I don't know if I don't think I have to upgrade this one, to be honest with you. The Romantic Englishwoman with Michael Caine, and that's my horrible Michael Caine impression, guys. And Glenda Jackson. There you go. Oh, they put it Scum too. No, this release, if the limited edition's available and you really want to see Scum, Indicator, like 100%. Raw Courage is my son. There you go. See, that's why I like you guys here, because basically you guys can give recommendations I'm going to miss out on. My mom has lots of dolls. Did you ever show your mom the movie Dolls? Because that's a cool one, Vince. It was kind of like it had a character called the Breather, and it was rumored early on that the Breather was done by Richard Belzer, but that turned out not to be true. But basically, it has like not so much the sound effects thing. It's like, but he does the breathing thing, like because of course he's like the psychopath, right? Uh, oh yeah, Scum. They put it Scum, man. Like Indicator's got a nice edition of Scum. Same as like the remember when you got me that Dennis Hopper one? It's in the same type edition as that, and like the Demons, like Scum's in that type of edition. So basically, the Breather is like this. There's a scene at the beginning, and I'll see if I can kind of get it. And where he's walking up the stairs to kill these two people, and he's kind of like, "Oh, these stairs." He's coming across gum on the staircase. I had to kill a kid with the gum. My God, it's really funny. Anyway, I find it really funny. Isn't it horrible when you try to tell a comedy or part of a film or somebody's like stand-up routine out of context, and it's so not funny like the way it is when you're watching it. Comedians would say not to watch not to tell the jokes. I'll check for you afterwards, George. Actually, see if it's still available. We got Shattered here. I actually really dug this film too. It's Wolfgang Peterson did this one. Tom Berenger, right? Yeah, Tom Berenger. Really like that. And Greta Sachi. Oh yeah. Actually, I didn't mind the Mothman Prophecies. It's been a long time because I've seen it. I didn't hate it. Like, I didn't get the hate for it. We have Son of the Pink Panther with Roberto Benigni. And this is really cool, and James Glickenhaus. And that, of course, right there is Ken Wall from Wise Guy, one of my favorite shows of all time, by the way, guys. Here we have Stone Cold Dead. Oh, that's okay, man. Straight Talk, Dolly Parton. Who doesn't love Dolly Parton? She's like, she's not a national treasure. Dolly Parton is an international treasure. Suppose they gave a war and nobody came. Storm Fear, buy the box set, man. Get like there's boxes coming out. The Film Noir box set, Volume 1, come back out. Grab that. And while again with Taking in Beverly Hills, I actually kind of dig that film. I'm a big Thunderbirds guy, so Thunderbirds are go, and Thunderbirds 6, really dig those. Tie That Binds, definite recommendation on this one. I actually really like this one. Tower of Evil as well. AK Horror on Snape Island. I'm definitely going to give that one a recommendation. Whoever Slew Auntie Roo is not bad, actually. Really? That's sad. I always get up. I'm sad when we get Blu-rays that just do not work out right. But the thing is, entertainment hell. The thing is, you're damn right, Senator Arcadia. That I'm used to I've had the VHS days, so sometimes I can take movies that some people can't watch. V.I. Warshawski. This should have been a series of films. The books were well done. I like it, but it should have been more. Woman in Red. I saw this in theater a couple times actually. Really big fan of Gene Wilder. Huge crush on this. Everybody did. On Kelly LeBrock. I forgot her name for a second. I really did. Your keynote over package arrives tomorrow. Nice, Ray. No, forget the live action movie where that doesn't exist. Where that it's like I have a friend, Alan, that loves the movie Pumpkinhead. And he was excitedly went out and rented Pumpkinhead 2. Yeah, for the opposite. Actually, me too. And after he saw Pumpkinhead 2, he said, "You know what? There's only one Pumpkinhead movie." I said, "No, there's a second one. You just rented it." He said, "I'm sorry, that doesn't exist. In my world, there is no Pumpkinhead 2." I actually love Pumpkinhead 2, to be honest with you. But my friend did not, actually. Gotta give some love to X, the man with X-rays or X-rays. Well, you're picking great stuff, man. I did never get to play the PC game Goblins. I would love to have had, though. Did he sell it to whoever slew Annie Rue? You know, I won that in a contest, on a Facebook contest. It is a cool, like, Pumpkinhead's great, and it's like one of those it's almost like one of those, hey, here's one of these urban legends. Here's something there's a story I'm gonna tell you around the campfire type of thing. And Pumpkinhead 2 is like, it's everything goes, and we're gonna give it a happy ending too, because why not? And I really mean that. Like, why the hell not? I don't mind. So it's a smaller sale, 7 pages, but not too bad. I want to check here. Let's do our check-in on Vinegar Syndrome tonight, because I'll be checking in. So what are we going to be doing over the next little while? I'm going to be doing this for the different companies. More extras on the poster. I love me some Second Sight releases. Let's go over to Second Sight for a second, really quickly. I'm all over the place. I'm erratic tonight. You would think see what they got in their limited editions. Yeah, Soleil Moon Frye. She's still doing like the new Punky Brewster show, right? This is some limited editions that they got out there. Some here there's got some pre-orders for, of course, The Witch, Drive. They put it into a limited edition for Censor, for Session. I love the movie Session 9. Some people hate this movie, think like it's just too slow. And I get that. I mean, if somebody told me they didn't like Session 9, I would completely understand why. But I kind of dig it. I do. I dig it. We got Swallow, which is a bit of a rough watch, actually. The Guest, which I love. I love this movie. When I saw Swallow, I saw Swallow. When I saw The Guest, I'm like, Dan Stevens got to be the next James Bond. He really does. He has that physical presence. And there's the thing. There's this key part to to the playing Bond, I think, is to have this, especially nowadays, after having like guys like Daniel Craig in the role, is have this physical presence where you believe that he can do what you're told that he can do. I'm loving the love for Session 9. I gotta check something right here. Is it gone? I was looking at something earlier on tonight. You guys know I click my on this and stuff like that. Best car films, in my opinion. Yep. I don't know. So I'm looking at and where it's going to sit out before I get a chance to buy it. Paranormal Activity. Kathy Featherstone, right, guys? Come on, Kathy Featherstone. The great ones are sold out. That's exactly correct there. George Lazenby was much more credible than a lot of people give him credit for. 100%. And he gave an odd realness to the role that I really enjoyed. Love we got the Lake Mungo one. That's a nice release right there. And the Craze too. I love the Craze. Vanishing Point. There you go. Yeah, they do have like standard editions of films as well. Not just I would just go to all the Blu-ray. It's Absolute Beginners. A fantastic film right there. And I did not know they had this out. So for those that don't know, this is one of my favorite musicals. I need this film. I've seen Two Lane Blacktop. That was like literally one of the ones that I first thought of when somebody mentioned car films. Who likes Anna and the Apocalypse? Who's cool? Who likes this movie? What's my favorite Bronson film? 10 to Midnight. By far and large. I love the Death Wish movies. You know, I like a lot of his films, a lot of his other films as well. But 10 to Midnight is my favorite Bronson film. And I always recommend it when anybody asks me, like, what's a Bronson movie to get? Get 10 to Midnight and then go from there. Nobody else has seen Anna and the Apocalypse? It is such a great film. And what's cool about it is the music is really good, which I didn't expect. But yeah, I have the soundtrack on my phone actually. And I know all the words. Oh, Damien, check it out. And don't get turned off because it's a musical, because it's still brutal. And you know, no such thing as Hollywood ending. Just gonna put it there. Asylum. Still my favorite basket case set is this one here. It's the one I got. I got Steelbook of this one. I also now have the No Such Thing as Hollywood ending stuck in my head. Ooh. Okay. Breathless. Censor here. They're beautiful. Wanted to cry that I missed out on this, but we just didn't have the bones at the time to pick it up. They had these beautiful Dawn of the Dead sets. Hopefully, I'm eventually going to get like the 4K Dawn of the Dead, but I'm hoping that somewhere, somehow, beneath the pale moonlight, no, I'll find one of these. Then I won't have to sell like a body parts for it. Electric Dreams, love this movie. Utterly adore Electric Dreams. This has the song "Love Is Love." If you like Basket Case, if you haven't watched Brain Damage, Damon, I'll check out Brain Damage. There's like a kind of a, not only is it a fun movie, but you'll also get a cameo from the Basket Case guy in Brain Damage. From Beyond, Stuart Gordon, man. Like, man, you're trying to freak me out, man. Alan Noth, man, kind of freaked me out, and I have that movie actually. I got it on Blu-ray. Don't you love the scene when he gets into the subway and there's, there he is, with Belial. The guy is with Belial. Yeah, you're probably right, man, because I cannot remember names tonight to save my life. Second Sight does not get enough love, so let's give Second Sight some love tonight. Look at the stuff they got out here. That's their version of the Long Weekend. I love these sexy black cases, man. Magic. This film freaked me out. I had the book of this one as well. So this is an early Anthony Hopkins film. Ventriloquist Dummies, Dolls, those things kind of freak me out. Dolls are my favorite films. But man, this creeped me out. And doesn't it look like it actually, and it's meant to, of course. It looks like Anthony Hopkins too. So definitely a different film here. Midnight Run is a great film. Well, guys, let me know. Can you hear me? If you can't hear me, let me know. Or if you can hear me, let me know. I guess that's the best way. If you can't hear me, then this is going to be like sign language. Reanimator. Who does not love Reanimator? Thank you. George sent out my box set for Species, so I'm actually excited to get that out. You remember it was 67 this time, right, George? Last time I got a package from George. I noticed my mailman went over to the abandoned house because right next to me is an abandoned house and put a package on the steps of the abandoned house, right? So I'm like, I look at my phone and I go to my app on my phone and see your package was just delivered. And I look around. And I look around and I'm like, did the mailman get it like get it wrong? So I go on my break. I'm at work because I work from home, and I walk down the road to the just walk up to the abandoned house, and I see a package. Well, the man was long gone by then. It wasn't his fault because and so I see a package on the abandoned house steps. And I'm like, who the hell? Like, I know a lot of packages get delivered to my place. Dreamscape is the Dennis Quaid movie, yeah. Um, like my name's on so many packages, even if the address is slightly off. You should know me by now. I order way too many things. You should definitely know me by now. But I had to go out there and just sadly miss out. No, I actually got it. Luckily, but hopefully that does not happen again. Anyway, I'm not going to keep people here too long tonight. I want to keep this kind of a shorter, more concise video. Let's do that. Let's have some concise videos. But before I go, I want to thank everybody that's already looked at my short "What's your favorite scary movie" video, because wow, thank you for that, and thanks for people that gave responses. Uh, I will be reaching out. There you go. Say it's working now. I told the story, George, of like the when they delivered your package at the abandoned house next to me. Yes, Simone starring Al Pacino. I don't actually. There's a lot of films, Alan, I do not have. A lot of films I need to have. But anywho. Yep, Entertainment Hell. What I'm going to be doing, and I've already been lining up some people for this, is I'm going to be doing a series of videos where I'm going to be talking to some people. I'm going to be reach out to some of my patrons. I'm going to be talking to some podcasters, to some YouTubers, and I'm going to be asking them, "What's your favorite scary movie?" So I'll be trying to get I'm reaching out to as many people as I can to do that, and you'll see some videos come up there. My favorite scary movie is the Black Christmas 1974 film. So super excited to do that and to get some of those done. I want to hopefully film a few over the next couple weeks and bank some for if I go on to if I go on if I go on vacation anytime, then I'll have some there and ready to go. Always, if you're anybody here that does YouTube or that is into the whole basically if you podcast, if you YouTube, whatever you do, it's always nice to like bank some stuff ahead of time because you never know, right? My voice could go for a week, and that would not be a good thing. But the one thing I have to say right now is this is the kickoff. This is the start. What are we doing next month? What are we doing? Well, it's almost next month. What are we doing basically next week? Well, what's happening soon? It's coming up, guys. It is weekly Patreon videos again because we are getting there. We are coming up for the halfway sales, the Severance sale, the Vinegar Syndrome sale. We have so much to talk about. We will be looking at the limited editions that are coming out. We'll be looking at the other ones. I'll be giving you recommendations. I'll putting titles up against titles. We'll boxing match them. Mother's Day, yep. Also, by the way, Entertainment Hell, almost as important, but not quite, because I love my mom. Is of course, what is the first comic book? Oh, I gave it away. Look, what happens the first Saturday of every May? Does anybody remember? Is anybody geeky enough to know this? I'm sure if Craig is here, Craig will know it. I think I like both fire starters. I like. Nobody's geeky enough to know what next Saturday is. Okay. It is free comic book day. So go down to your local comic book shop, snag some free comics, and while you're there, support them. Get something that's not free because comic shops don't do so well nowadays. I know you see it all those comic movies and you think that bleeds over to the comics. Unfortunately, it really doesn't a lot. And a lot of comic book shops in local comic book areas are kind of like our labor of love because they don't exactly rake in a ton of cash. Not everyone's owned by Kevin Smith, right? So check out the free comic book day because I'll be doing a video. That'll be part of my video on next next week. But we'll be doing videos, weekly videos, at least weekly, maybe more, on Patreon about the sale. We'll be doing videos on my live channel here about the sale as well. Just going to talk. We're going to talk about some more Jess Franco stuff and some other stuff, some NSFY stuff on the other channel. As always, guys, if you're on the Patreon, one of the new things that we got right now is when I drop a review video, you get it ad-free a week before it even hits this channel here. So make sure to check that out. My name is Aaron. Thank you for coming in with me tonight and joining me on my short, silly little video where we talked about movies and all kinds of fun stuff for about Stendhal Syndrome. Here I am to remind you, I'm not going to forget Free Comic Book Day because I am a comic guy. I was watching the Near Mints video today, actually. Have a great evening, as George said there. Thank you for joining me tonight here in the Cult of Cinema. And remember this. There's always another comic book. There's going to be a bunch of them on Free Comic Book Day. There's always another movie. There's always another sale. But there is only one of you. So be kind to yourself. Be kind to others. And I will see you guys soon right here in the Cult of Cinema. And if you haven't got a chance to watch Superhost yet, make sure you check it out because it's really, really good.